major places of contention in this map tends to be right around here. These you got the two long jump pads, and a lot of times teams are going to try to hold down this room. And of course, in Clan Arena, you don't have any items. I may call this room the Red Armor room because when you do play Team Deathmatch and 1v1, there is a Red Armor that spawns right here. But we're going to go live in 3. So, Jahar, why don't you kick us off? And
all right, well, OKFS is right out of the bat here on top of where the Red Armor usually spawns. Not really paying much attention here. He's just looking to set up a position right in the main atrium here, looking to get those rails, but he's not seeing a lot of people here, so I'm going to switch on over to Cool Man, who is over here in the Red Armor, and he's throwing off some LG, but getting backed up against the corner here by Conquer, and he's
triple teams in the Red Armor.
It's going to be, yes.
Yeah, it looks like Panther Death Squad is holding down this Red Armor room fairly well. We got an attack by NZA, but he gets gunned down. Ribs getting it done. And we've got a one man up situation. So even, although as I speak, OKFS, you know, he didn't really see a lot of action in the beginning of that round, but he certainly finished it off quite well. And he gives the first round to the Ghost Squad. And now we're seeing Ghost Squad taking over Red Armor. We see at least 2 guys in here. Nice drop down. We've got 2-on-2 in this Red Armor room. And going for the double team. Ribs is going to go down. And we've got an even man-up situation.
Yeah, Ribs really didn't see a lot of that coming, so OK was able to get a lot of damage off there without getting anything returned. Now he's going to do a nice RJ up here to the top, hoping to intercept them at Red Armor. And he's looking for the rail, but they're both up there, so they've got a good situation here. Now,
yeah,
I was going to switch over.
really solid communication there, because I was kind of I was switching through several players at once, just because I wanted to see what their movement was like, and that was really well coordinated. They were basically saying, okay, you take the low road, I'm going to double back and go take the high road, and I'm going to drop in on him. And that's exactly what happened. Fantastic teamwork so far. Panther Death Squad, once again, Reptile holding down Red Armor with a teammate. He backs off from it. He's looking for his prey down below. He has that height advantage. And it looks like we got the final survivor. Once again, OKFS.
OK is on his own now, but he's down though. Soaking up a rocket, and that LG is just going to finish him off. Nice work from Reptile. Is going to put them on the board. Now, in a 3v3 situation like this, you really do not want to spawn next to 2 other guys and stick around there. You really want to meet up with your team as soon as possible, because any kind of LG rape is going to be sorely hurting in a 3v3 situation.
Yeah, and one thing I'm noticing here, we got yeah, pretty much nice control here by Panzer at that Red Armor room, and right as I switch off of Reptile, he enters battle, but it'll take a while to get back over to him. So we're gonna watch Rivs instead. A lot of turtling here in this Red Armor room, and looks like gHs finally going to try to make a push inside. Rivs, though, nailing rails. That's 2 in a row for him. Grabs an impressive, grabs the frag, and gives his team the frag advantage. 2 in 3 is the man-up situation. Rivs now going to double team, and OKF is going to be able to put away. Let's go see the final survivor. Wow, Reptile looking in pretty bad shape here. 13 health. And gHs going to get another one. Cool Man coming in like a ghost and get it done. 3-1 is the round score.
2, 1.
Yeah, Riz was doing well there. He had some nice LG drop down, but you know that rocket just came in the wrong place. But he was able to get quite a bit of damage out there, and now he's throwing up rocket. He's in the mid of the middle atrium, dropping back down. He really does not want to go up that jump pad. That is a long one, and that is a long death sentence. But now here he is coming up on top of Red, pushing off with the LG. Looking for those rails and nailing them. Nice work from Ribs.
We got an even man-up situation. Actually, scratch that. Cool Man just got it done. Nails one guy as his teammate goes down, and unfortunately, he's not able to survive.
2, 1. Fight.
And now it looks like we got Ribs all alone here in Red Armor. He's hopping out to join Conqueror and to get a rail of his own on. Looks like he got a couple of gHs's. Cool Man is there. And comes up, nice work, close range, getting it done. Very quick round. gHs just swept them. Panther Death Squad needing to find some bigger weapons, because right now Panzers are not enough.
Yeah, Panzer's definitely wanting to turtle in the red armor room right now. We're not seeing that in this round so much, but it looks like they were trying to make a stab over there, but just got sideswept on the way. But turtling there in red armor, yeah, and you know, gHs has really been able to push into that and use that to their advantage.
Everything on my screen was 2 against 1. So Panzer needs to figure out where to go. Because they entered a room together, but they didn't focus their fire, guys. And so whenever you're playing Clan Arena, you know, it's one thing to, you know, work together by being in the same room. But look at that. You have got to be not only in the same room, but you got to be focusing your fire, just like we saw gHs do. Cool Man, they just destroyed the Panzer Death Squad guy they were going after, because you got that, you know, damage times 2. I don't think we're going to see a frag here. This is going to be yet another sweep by Ghost. There they go. 6-2 is the current round score. And Panzer's really letting it slip away here. At this point, you got to be looking at the round score. We're going to go take a look at Reptile at the start of this thing. Yeah, Reptile doing a smart thing by closing the gap and getting close to his teammate, but let's see where, you know, are they together? No. Looks like they've split up, and now Rivs is going to face a 2-on-1 situation. He might get railed from down below. He's just backing off, backing off, backing off.
I would pay so much right now to be hearing the voice chat of Panzer right now, because we're really looking for that kind of coordination, and players like Cool Man and the rest of gHs really, as you said, they're coming in from multiple angles, focusing their fire, taking out one at a time. And right now, you know, specking some of Panzer here, there's a lot of good shots coming out of them, but it's not focused.
Yeah,
And
great rail.
I mean,
it's great rocket smashes by OKFS getting out of that situation. He realized he was about to get pincered by Panzer, and he's still, yeah, honestly, guys, he might do this, okay? Because Panzer just started fucking around with the pummel, trying to get all the glory.
I don't know. Well,
and unfortunately, he ended up spilling his guts.
Situation.
Yeah.
But right now, Reptile's only down with 25 health. OKFS still has 92, so the difference between these two guys, OK can take
survive a rail.
To the face. Reptile
there it is.
Can take nothing. There it goes.
Yeah, I mean, and that was just, I think Panzer thought that they had an easy round there. 2-on-1, and one of them went pummel. That, I think, was a mistake. I think backing off, joining up with your teammate and saying, okay, let's coordinate this a little bit. Let's double team this guy. And, you know, you hit him from the front, I'll hit him from behind. Just like we're seeing now, that's the kind of thing that we want to see from them in that previous round. Let's go take a look. Final survivor, this has to be Cool Man, not surviving, though, against a nice sweep by Panzer. So let's see if they can mount a comeback.
And what we saw there is exactly what we were talking about. What we saw from Riz was, Jesus, oh wow, that's 3-man rush there. That is,
yeah,
if
Riz,
you could see an external view of Riz there, his eyes just went wide.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh, fuck my life.
So there's a little bit more randomness involved in Clan Arena due to the spawns, but what would you think would be, you know, the best situation to do here if you spawn deep in enemy territory, or you're surrounded by enemies? You know, you do have that 3 seconds and 5 seconds to get the hell out of there, and right now we just need to see Panzer regrouping like that. Oh.
This map is much harder, I think, than pretty much any other Clan Arena map to kind of, you know, meet up with your team, because it's so vast and there's so many tiers that, you know, oh wow, unless you're, you know, sort of starting right next to your teammates, there's a good chance you're going to be starting in enemy territory, if you will. Now, NTA has got 95 health. He can survive a rail. Let's go hop over to Reptile. Reptile with 9 health, going to get railed out of the air. So that's number 8 for gHs. And Panzer Death Squad with only 3 rounds. Probably a little bit worried as we enter the 12th round here. NTA definitely getting the better of that battle. Great LG work. And he should be able to drop in and finish off his kill. Instead, he opts to go up, looking for maybe the teleporter, and he does get it happen. Oh, but he misses both the rocket and the rail, and he's frustrated. He shakes his mouse. He's like, what the fuck was that? And he's got to watch out. He's going to walk into a 2-on-1 situation. In fact, we have never mind. So much for a 2-on-1 situation because
Actually,
all of his.
That was really
Round begins.
good coordination on their part because his teammates
Yeah.
came in just at the right moment. He was about to dive his hand into something sticky.